All right. So today is Sunday afternoon, and tomorrow is going to be the first day of Versus. We're going to have Radar Day. That's going to be mainly focused on getting drone upgraded and your heroes upgraded. That's really where you're going to get a lot of your points. But two places where you're going to get easy points that you didn't really have to do a lot of work to get. They're just going to be coming to you. It's going to be your radar tasks and your mining. But let's make sure that we're setting them up correctly. So the first one is our radar tasks. So radar tasks are something that we can save for the first day of Versus. But we really want to make sure that we save up to the cap. So right now, if you could take a look here at the very top left, I have 39 out of 40 tasks. I also have this timer. If I click on the little question mark, what the timer is going to do is that it's going to give me more tasks once it hits 0. But if I fill up to that cap, up to 40, the timer stops. Okay. So how many do I know are going to be coming when that timer stops? Well, that's going to be based upon this particular area that I opened by clicking on that radar icon. Now, I get 12 tasks per every 6 hours, right? So if I hit that timer, which is going to be in an hour 52, right? I'm going to be capped actually at 1. I'm only going to get 1 task, and it's going to stop the timer. So what I need to do is I need to bring this back down to 27 so that when the timer hits, it goes back up to 39. Okay. Now I know to do this because right now I still have, I have an hour and 51, but I still have 6 hours left before reset. So what I need to do is I need to just make sure that when reset hits, I have 39 out of 40 tasks ready to go, ready to be collected. And then I get I get basically easy points, right? And then throughout the day, I'll just keep collecting my radar tasks. So what you want to do on Sunday is that you want to make sure that the very last task, you get to your max -1, which in this case is 40 -1, so 39, and I have 39 ready to go that I'm going to collect at reset. Okay. Now, if you aren't sure how many you have, then you look at this list. You see how many you get every 6 hours. What's your total cap? And then you want to make sure that you just have your tasks completed so that they don't disappear, but you don't collect them, right? So that you have those 39. Now, you're going to probably set this up Saturday night, Sunday morning is when you'll really start to make sure that these numbers are right. So that reset Sunday night, you're going to have your tasks ready to complete. So that's the first thing that's going to be nice and easy points. The second thing that's going to be nice and easy points is going to be your mining, your gathering. Okay. So what we need to do is to see how long we have to gather and before reset. And then also how long does each of our squads gather for? Okay. Because it's not actually, they're not actually all the same. In fact, if you take a look at your research under economy, you have researches that increase how quickly you gather. And you also have researches under your garages that increase how fast you gather. So your gathering speed is going to be dependent upon research. That's going to be dependent on research in the economy, but also research in garage. And also there's going to be research that's going to be based upon your profession. So if I look at my profession here, I have research that I can do with more efficient gathering. So I have 3 places where I can increase the speed of my gathering, which is going to be great for day 1, but I have to kind of time it for the day before, right? If I want to gather before on Sunday up till Monday. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go check. So here, I'm going to go to a tile, and this one's nice and convenient. And I see that there isn't very much on it. Okay, but that's okay. I can still click on that, and I can see here how long it's going to take. So notice when I click on that, I have gathering amount and then gathering time. So here it shows me it's 2 hours and 11 minutes. This one is 2 hours and 22, and this one's 2 hours and 25. So each of my garages has a different gathering time because of the different research and so forth. But not one of these is going to be completed after reset. So I still have 6 hours and 3 minutes, and I can see that by up in the top right. I can see that little timer that's telling me the countdown for the deals of the day. That's my quick little timer to know when it's going to end, right? When the reset is going to come. So I don't have to figure it out. I just have to go and look at that, and I know these aren't going to work. Now, before reset is sometimes really hard. So I can just click on these. Oh, look, there's an 8 here. 4 hours, 5, that's still. So there's an 8. So for me, it's going to be probably a 9 here. 6 hours and 20 minutes, 6 hours and 29 minutes. So that one actually works. And I will go to the 6 hours and 29. So I have 6 hours and 2 minutes. And now let's see. So I have a 9 there. And also the research is based upon types of tiles. So my focus was on coins first and then on iron. So I don't, the farm, the food tiles are going to be the ones that are the slowest for me. So you're going to see different times depending upon what your research looks like and what your profession skill is. So you're going to have to figure that one for yourself on the timer. But this is the quick, easy way to do that. Let's see here. Let's go to another 9. Well, there's another 9 right there. And 6 hours and 20 minutes. Perfect. So I'm going to set those off. They're going to complete within the time necessary, and they will come back right after reset. So this is going to make it really easy for me. I don't have to go in and try to like do anything extra special. You can keep one squad back. I generally keep one squad back because there's, there are digs. So I want to make sure that I make it to them. So I usually keep one of my squads back just to go to those. But if you're, struggling to make enough points, then you can send all your squads out to gather, just looking at those timers, right? The day before. Now, the day of, you would obviously just manage that, seeing how many points you need. You'd go to different tiles. There is another profession skill that you can use for day one, and it's the instant gathering. But this one's a little bit hard to use beyond once on day one, just because everybody's gathering. So day one, you want to see, if you can get to those 10s, a full 10, that's going to be better. But if you can't, then, this will give you nice, quick, easy points, but probably can only be run once. And doesn't really need to be a level 5 like I have it. I just have it because I like to gather during the week as well. So you might want to consider getting this profession skill and this particular one, the efficient gathering, if you struggle making points on day one, or if you just want to make it easier for yourself, or if you're like, your drone is getting up there, your heroes are getting up there, and it's getting harder to like get points from those, then this is a really nice little way to, just be making those easy points for yourself. All right. So that is day one. And those basically the two things that you want to be doing before day one of your radar training. The other pieces of day one, which is drone and hero experience and stamina, those are going to be something that you really want to be either like collecting stamina and not using it, putting it in your inventory and leaving it there, or, running gold zombies is a great way to get drone and a hero experience. So those are two things that you would be doing beforehand. Also running, if you don't have gold zombies, then you would just do elites, running those. What you don't want to do though, is to have your stamina completely full. So like if I'm here and I have 120, I don't want that to be the case, because then this is going to be, I'm basically wasting stamina. The only exception to that, and this is actually another piece, the only exception to that is today, this afternoon, right? If I can hit 120 and then collect the second free stamina, I walk into day one with extra stamina. So then I can run it, and that could be another series of easy points. But that's, sometimes you have to time it a little bit just with your arms race and how much did you have and so on. And whether or not you had another event that was going on and had to use stamina for that. So you just want to save as much as you can stamina in your inventory. first. And then second, if you have any extra, see if you can save it for day one. And then once you hit day one, you can just run all this stamina. So I'm going to actually leave this 75 stamina. I'm going to claim that at the end of the day. Once this hits 120 in 4 hours and 26 minutes, that's when the timer says it'll stop. I'm going to claim it. And then I'll go into the first day with 120 plus 75. And then that way I just have some free stamina to use for day one. And so that's going to be my process. And that is my usual process for day one, or pre-day one, is to do these different steps. And, usually isn't too hard to get enough points. But like I said, once you start hitting drones and the gears, and you start hitting, your heroes experience start being limited, it does start to get a little bit harder. So these things can really help to just make sure that you get your 7.2 at the very least. And then if you do struggle with gears, then you start doing some other things. Like for gears, you have this one here, which is your drone supply. This one gives you extra gears. Here you get gears, drone parts, and you also get drone components and skill chips. And then if you still struggle, having this one more just basically gives you a 25% chance of doubling what you get in the daily tasks. So sometimes, there's some drone components there, drone parts there. So you can just pick those up for some points. So, or for the drone so that you can get points, right? Now, again, it starts to get to the point where even that starts to get really hard. So this is really just going to try to help you get there. The things that are going to make it really easy are going to be your easy points, and also going to be the ones that you can do regardless, is going to be those radar, and also your radar, your stamina, and your gathering. So increasing the speeds of that's going to really just make it easier for you to hit your points. Okay, hopefully this all helped. And if you have any questions, please let me know.